Hey everyone, it's Sevy. 2025 is ending and 2026 is just around the corner, so I wanted to make this quick video to give you guys a very heartfelt thank you. End of last year and the start of this year was one of the hardest periods I've ever had to go through in my life, but I can honestly say that you guys were so supportive of me through it all, even when I was gone from YouTube, even when I was offline, even when I was taking a break, and even more so upon coming back. And I really feel so grateful to you guys for being there through it all, for being willing to come back, even when I was trying new things, even when I tried new things and then decided, you know what, I want to try old things in a new way. Even with all the changes on the channel, even if I'm maybe not the Sevy or even the Sevy Plays channel that you subscribe to, some of you really did stick around and some of you found me and my new content and decided that you would be here for it. And honestly, that is way better than I ever hoped this year would end up. I was really scared coming back to content that things would never be the same again, for the worse, that I wouldn't really be able to get back on my feet. Now, here in December 31 of 2025, I feel like I'm thriving in a way that I couldn't before with this job. I feel that my sense of freedom comes with a strong sense of support from you guys. And honestly, that is just, again, it's just more than I could have asked for. It's more than I could have hoped for. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am so grateful to you for making this 2025, instead of a year of failure, it turned into a year of, you know what, maybe we can do this. After saying all that, I do want to also quickly share with you my plans for content, at least for the foreseeable future in the coming months. So you guys have probably noticed that I uploaded a lot of Wuthering Waves content this December. I gotta tell you guys, I do really enjoy the game, but this just so happened to be a full binge of Wuthering Waves 2.x. If you guys aren't familiar with the content cycles of the games that I mainly play, which are Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact, they do kind of alternate. And before this binge, throughout September, October, and November, what I would basically do is I would turn my attention towards Genshin Impact around the time the CE server comes in. So that's between the special program and then when the version launches, and then for a few days after, so that I can tackle the new Archon quest of the Genshin Impact version. And once I'm done with that, if I'm not pulling the new character, if I'm not really actively building a new character, then I turn my attention towards Wuthering Waves, because it's around that time that a new character comes out, a new version comes out, and at that time I was still playing catch up. So I was like, okay, I'm done with my CE server videos, time to go back to catching up on the Wuthering Waves story. Now, because the Wuthering Waves 3.0 was around the end of December, I realized, oh my gosh, I still have more than half of Rena Sita to catch up on. So I binged it all on stream within a span of 2 to 3 weeks, and then you got all the videos coming from that. Is that going to happen all the way forward, where I do 10 WUA version reactions in the span of 3 weeks? No, it's not going to happen, because I have no more left. I'm caught up. I'm playing 3.0 Lahai Roy at the same pace as you guys, okay? But the Genshin CE server is still coming. Thank you, Genshin team, by the way, for letting me back into the CE server access. It has been such a blessing. That has been coming back, and consistently, I'm still working on videos for that. You are still going to get Genshin content from me, and you are going to get WUA content from me, because quite honestly, I'm enjoying both games massively. And I do want to share more thoughts on both games moving forward. I usually kind of stick to videos where the gaming is the substance, is the meat of the video, the gaming or the character or the whatever. But I've thought about it, and because I have binged the WUA story, I have have a lot of thoughts about it, and I will probably make a few videos that are like solely commenting and reviewing the content of the game itself. Mostly me yapping, not so much gameplay, not so much game advice or how to do this, how to do that, or whatever. You can look forward to that. Also, at this point, I do have some sponsors lined up for January. And this is another thing I want to thank you guys for actually is thank you so much for being receptive to my sponsored videos. Now, I think that it's kind of becoming a common train of thought where when you see that a content creator has been sponsored by a game, they're automatically going to shill for it and they're automatically going to be like, yeah, this is the best game ever. I'm pretty sad that that's the case, and I understand why that's the case. I understand why you guys would assume that, but honestly, when it comes to sponsored videos, I really do my best to play through it and like be objective about what I say about it. I honestly think that if you watch my videos, maybe judging from like my tone of voice or my choice of words, you might be able to see like, oh, she's not as enthusiastic about the game. Oh, she's really excited about this game actually. So those would be my true feelings. But what I actually think about the game, I really do my best to put into words objectively. And these usually have to do with features to watch out for, things I like, things I didn't really like, things that weren't really to my taste and such. Thank you so far for the past few months for being receptive to the sponsored game videos that I actually have done, because those sponsors have really helped me get back on my feet. And you guys actually tuning in and clicking on those sponsored videos, those are helping me continue to get sponsors, and that is one of the things that has helped me the most right now, the past few months. And that's going to continue into January. I already have a few games that have reached out to me if they could work with me in January and early February. I have said yes, so you guys watch out for what those are going to be. And honestly, I hope that some of you actually check out and enjoy the games that I'm going to be sponsored for. That aside, I really hope that 2026 becomes a really interesting and fun year for gaming. 2025, just judging from the Game Awards, it was incredible. In 2025, I got to play Expedition 33. That is honestly still one of my highlights of the year. Like, yes, I spend most of my content playing WoA and Genshin Impact, but having binged Clair Obscure Expedition 33, one of the best decisions I've made. It kind of single-handedly fixed my relationship with gaming. At that point, I was still on the fence about returning to gaming content, but I decided to sit down, play Clair Obscure on stream, and that just inspired me. It brought back motivation. It showed me that, yeah, actually, I do enjoy games. I enjoy games because they're fun for me and not because of anything or anyone else. Games are great. Games can be great, and they do deserve my time. Not every game will deserve my time, but gaming in general, as an activity, it deserves my time and my respect. And I'm actually really hoping that 2026 delivers more games, more moments, more, for everyone, not just games that appeal to me, because I feel like I kind of have a specific taste, but for everyone, so that more people can like respect gaming, and that whatever media comes out is authentic, genuine art for people to enjoy and engage with. None of that AI slop shit that is threatening to take over the internet and threatening to take over the world. I really hope that 2026, there will be people, creatives that shine through and create some good stuff for us to actually enjoy. I feel like I tried several new things in 2025, both in life and in my content creation career. Some of them paid off, some of them didn't. Some of them I really liked doing, some of them I really didn't like doing. But honestly, it was good for me to step out of my comfort zone, just to learn, just to figure stuff out, just to try and see what happens. I know that as a YouTuber, this really isn't like the smartest thing to do, but as a person, I really want 2026 to still have those moments, and I'm able to find more opportunities to try new things and step out of my comfort zone. If any of you are going to be here for it, if any of you are interested in that, then I am so grateful, so appreciative, and thank you. So I rambled a bit. I went into tangents and topics that I didn't necessarily need to, but again, I just wanted to greet you guys for the end of the year and thank you so much for all the support, the views, the comments, the likes, the shares, but most of all, just being there, not leaving even when changing directions here and there, and even trying new things with me, because that has meant the world to me, especially when I was going through some of the hardest times of my life. And I also just wanted to look forward to the new year. New Year's are symbolic, even if they're just a new day on the calendar, even if they're just the next 24 hours, or even if it's just next week. I really hope next year is a good year for us. I really, really hope that we continue to have fun, continue connecting, continue just respecting each other, and that there's good stuff in store. So, wishing you all a happy holidays, a happy new year, and I will see you soon. Take care.